Halo, selamat siang rekan-rekan sekalian. Selamat datang di acara kita pada siang hari ini. Perkenalkan, nama saya Irwan selaku host untuk event ini ya pada siang hari ini. Ya, pada siang hari ini kita akan membahas satu hal ataupun satu topik yang cukup menarik ya. Seperti yang mungkin yang rekan-rekan bisa lihat di ataupun di judul dari invitation ya. Nah, di sini kita akan membahas satu hal tentang perubahan yang ada di market. Jadi bagaimana sih tren ataupun kebutuhan di market sendiri yang sekarang mulai bermigrasi ya dari teknologi analog itu masuk ke teknologi untuk IP communication. Ya seperti yang kita tahu juga bahkan beberapa vendor sudah mulai change fokus ya dan bahkan juga ada salah satu vendor juga yang mengakhiri bisnis di komunikasi juga gitu. Ya, kita pada siang hari ini saya tidak sendirian ya, saya juga ditemani oleh rekan-rekan kami dari Yeastar. Kita ada Wilber as the Sales Manager for Indonesia. Hi Wilber, are you there?
Hello,
Hi,
hello,
hello.
hi, Paiwan.
Yeah,
Hello, guys.
yes, hi Wilber, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How about you, Paiwan?
Yeah, great. Yes, okay.
Yes.
Thanks for being with us today. And we also being accompanied by Horis as selaku senior trainer dari Yeastar. Hi Horis, how are you?
Hi, Yuan. Hi, everyone. It's really nice to meet you guys here in this live streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
coming today.
Oke, ya. Jadi kita pada siang hari ini nanti akan ditemani oleh Wilbur dan Horis yang juga akan membawakan beberapa topik yang nanti di webinar ini, seperti itu. Ya. Dan kita mungkin bisa langsung mulai aja untuk acara pada siang hari ini. Mungkin ada dua hal yang saya mau reminder. Jadi pertama, apabila dari rekan-rekan sekalian ada question ya, ada pertanyaan ataupun ada yang mungkin kurang jelas, silakan disampaikan di chat panel ya, di chat panel rekan-rekan sekalian. Nanti kita ada tim panitia yang standby untuk menjawab pertanyaan dari rekan-rekan sekalian. Boleh langsung dalam bahasa Inggris ataupun di bahasa Indonesia. Ya, dan jangan lupa kita pada siang hari ini juga memiliki banyak sekali hadiah nih untuk rekan-rekan sekalian, yaitu di sini nanti kita akan memiliki 10 orang pemenang ya, 10 orang pemenang dengan hadiah yang menarik, di mana nanti untuk mendapatkan hadiahnya itu akan ada gamenya ya, dan gamenya ini itu nanti materinya ada di presentasi yang akan dibawakan oleh rekan-rekan dari Yeastar. Ya, jadi jangan lupa untuk rekan-rekan sekalian untuk stay tune ya untuk menyimak acara ini dengan baik. Jadi agar nanti bisa mendapatkan kunci jawabannya. Ya, oke, next please. Ya, jadi pada siang hari ini kita akan membahas beberapa topik ya rekan-rekan. Jadi pertama kita akan membahas tentang milestone dari Yeastar, jadi perjalanan Yeastar. Mungkin untuk beberapa rekan-rekan partner ya mungkin baru kali ini ya, mungkin mengikuti webinar Yeastar atau mungkin bahkan baru pertama kali ini mengenal Yeastar, selamat datang. Nah, nanti di sini kita bisa lihat ya, jadi bagaimana sih sejarah dari Yeastar itu sendiri. Kemudian kita juga membahas tentang produk-produk overview dari Yeastar, jadi tipe-tipe produknya apa saja gitu ya. Dan beberapa kalau kita bicara market ya dan opportunity-nya itu di mana gitu ya. Jadi dari produk-produk Yeastar ini itu bagaimana kondisi market dan apa sih opportunity yang kita bisa kerjakan. Dan nanti kita juga akan ada live demo yang akan dibawakan oleh Wilber dan Horis. Dan terakhir kita akan membahas tentang solusi-solusi dari Yeastar dan juga benefit dari partner sendiri. Ya, oke, next please. Ya, dan ini adalah ya sejarah dari Yeastar ya rekan-rekan ya. Jadi di sini kita bisa lihat Yeastar sendiri sebenarnya adalah merupakan salah satu brand yang cukup lama itu di dunia untuk SIP communication ya. Jadi Yeastar sendiri berdiri di tahun 2006, start fokus di IP communication hingga saat ini. Dan pertama kalinya untuk meluncing appliance, jadi hardware appliance untuk IP PABX itu start di tahun 2008 untuk generasi pertama dari PABX. Kemudian berkembang dan berkembang, kita memiliki U-series di tahun 2011, kita memiliki S-series yang kita masih miliki sekarang ya, yang kita masih jual sekarang itu start dari tahun 2016. Dan kita juga punya produk tipe paling baru yaitu P-series yang diperkenalkan di akhir tahun 2020 kemarin. Ya, jadi di sini kita bisa lihat ya, jadi bahwa perkembangan dari Yeastar sendiri as a company dan as a product itu sangat stabil ya rekan-rekan ya. Jadi kalau misal kita lihat juga dari produk life cycle-nya juga itu lebih daripada lebih dari 5 tahun ya kalau kita hitung ya, 5 tahun ke atas, yang menandakan bahwa dari produk Yeastar sendiri itu sangat eh, reliable ya, reliable, handal, dan juga secara fitur-fitur cukup dan bisa memenuhi kebutuhan dari konsumen. Jadi kita bisa lihat bahwa produknya sangat stabil di market. Ya, Yeastar sendiri saat ini juga sudah terdistribusi secara worldwide ya. Kalau misal dihitung itu ada sudah terdistribusi hampir di 120 plus negara di dunia. Ya, jadi sudah kita bisa bilang hampir di semua negara ya di worldwide ya itu Yeastar sudah ada di sana dan kita pun juga adalah salah satu adalah top PBX yang ada di worldwide. Dan dari jumlah channel sendiri kita terus berkembang ya hingga saat ini kita memiliki hampir lebih dari 9.000 register partner yang sudah menjual dan terregistrasi ke Yeastar. Dan kalau misal kita lihat secara market sendiri, Yeastar sendiri hingga saat ini kalau dihitung ya, itu sudah menjual lebih dari 250.000 unit PBX worldwide. Ya, jadi sangat banyak sekali ya rekan-rekan ya. Nah, di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa Yeastar sebagai sebuah brand dan sebuah produk dari PBX ini sangat bisa diterima di market. Ya tentunya dengan berbagai kelebihan-kelebihan yang ada yang nanti kita akan juga bahas di acara kita pada hari ini. Oke, next please. Nah, di sini kita akan berbicara tentang produk ya. Jadi kalau misal kita berbicara lini produk, terutama di P-Series, itu kita memiliki ada 3 lini produk utama. Pertama adalah dari seri Appliance Edition atau yang kita sering sebut dengan Hardware Edition. Ya, di sini bentuknya adalah hardware, jadi Yeastar jualnya berbentuk hardware, sudah compact dan juga sudah terintegrasi. Jadi kita tinggal istilahnya plug and play gitu ya, plug and play tinggal setting gitu ya. Dan ini cukup fleksibel terutama untuk market di SMB dan SME juga. Di mana ditawarkan dari kapasitas mulai dari 20 extension 50, 100, dan sampai 500 extension. Itu ada di seri Appliance Edition. Dan selain daripada itu, Yeastar juga memiliki untuk Cloud-based Edition, yaitu sebuah sistem PBX yang di fully managed by Yeastar ya, jadi kita tinggal menggunakan. Nah, itu Yeastar juga memiliki solusi untuk ini apabila mungkin ada kebutuhan. Dan terakhir kita juga memperkenalkan seri Yeastar yang berbasiskan Software Edition atau sering kita sebut dengan P-Series SE, Software Edition ya. Nah, kelebihan dari Software Edition di sini itu adalah pertama dari fleksibilitas dan kedua adalah skalabilitas. Nah, contohnya bagaimana? Misalkan nih, oke, kita bisa mengikuti keinginan customer. Misalkan, oke, saya mau PBX-nya diinstal di server saya deh, karena saya sudah punya server di kantor. Saya punya server nganggur nih di ruang server. Nah, itu kita bisa tanam di sana. Ataupun misalkan customer sudah punya ini ya, virtualisasi ya, misalkan VMware semacam itu. Nah, software PBX ini kita bisa masukkan sebagai tanamkan di sana sebagai sebuah virtual server. Ya, di mana kita tidak perlu memiliki satu hardware server sendiri gitu ya. Dan ataupun misalkan dari si customer mereka memiliki, oh saya sudah punya cloud server nih. Nah, ini pun kita juga bisa install di cloud server mereka. Jadi dimanapun mereka punya server ataupun mereka punya keinginan ya mau diimplementasi di mana, itu kita bisa mengikuti kebutuhan dari customer itu sendiri. Dan juga karena jumlah dari kalau kita lihat dari jumlah extension ya, di software edition sendiri itu bisa mulai perkelipatan 100. Jadi misalkan mau kebutuhan hanya 100 extension, 200 extension atau user gitu ya, atau 300 user, 1.000, 2.000 hingga sampai 10.000 user atau 10.000 extension. Dan Yeastar sendiri untuk di P-Series SE ini itu merupakan salah satu PBX dengan jumlah kapasitas yang terbesar saat ini di dunia, ya, yang bisa memenuhi dalam single server itu memenuhi hingga 10.000 user extension. Ya, jadi sangat fleksibel ya, dan kita bisa upgrade, kita bisa scalable. Misalkan, oh tahun ini saya hanya butuh 300 misalkan. Oh tahun depan saya butuh baru pengembangannya tahun depan, gedung baru jadi tahun depan. Nah, tahun depan saya nambah jadi 1.200. Nah, itu bisa. Itu bisa dilakukan dengan menggunakan software edition. Jadi Di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa kita bisa memenuhi semua kebutuhan market ya, mulai dari mungkin personal, SOHO gitu ya, apa itu SMB, SMI, hingga enterprise customer. Ya, jadi tergantung kebutuhan dari customer tersebut bagaimana. Oke, next please. Dan kalau misal kita berbicara tentang ini ya, oh ya, sorry. Sebelumnya saya kita ingin mendapatkan satu ini ya, pendapat dari rekan-rekan sekalian. Jadi kita punya pool atau survei yang kita ingin rekan-rekan bisa ini ya, bisa menyampaikan pendapatnya. Boris, maybe can you show us the pools? Ya, ini, oke. Oke, jadi pool pertama kita, pertanyaannya ada beberapa pertanyaan ya. Jadi silakan rekan-rekan mungkin di layar rekan-rekan sekalian bisa langsung menjawab. Nah, pertanyaan pertama ini, jadi apakah model deployment dari PABX series yang kira-kira Anda preferensi ini? Apakah satu tadi yang seperti saya bilang di hardware edition, bentuk hardware, apakah rekan-rekan mungkin cenderung nih, oh customer saya mungkin lebih banyak suka yang software nih, ataupun di cloud based edition. Ya, seperti itu ya. Oke. Jadi sudah jawab semua ya? Oke. I think that's finished, Suris. Ya, oke. Terima kasih untuk poolnya. Nanti kita akan ini ya, kita akan review jawaban dari ataupun masukan dari rekan sekalian. Nah, berbicara tentang opportunity sekarang ya. Kalau misal kita berbicara tentang opportunity, kita pasti bertanya-tanya nih. Oke, apa sih bedanya tentang kalau misal kita bilang PABX analog yang dulu dengan istilahnya IP PABX yang sekarang atau kita sering sebut dengan UC ya, Unified Communication, yaitu sebuah komunikasi yang unified atau terintegrasi dan terpadu, istilahnya seperti itu. Jadi sebenarnya cukup cukup beragam ya. Kalau misal dulu mungkin kita beranggapan bahwa oh PABX fungsinya hanyalah untuk intercom. Nah, intercom itu adalah komunikasi di dalam satu ini ya, satu ruang lingkup kantor gitu ataupun ruangan gitu ya. Jadi oh saya telepon dari sini ke lantai 2 dan sebagainya itu adalah intercom. Dan hanya ya udah teleponnya pokoknya satu telepon ke satu telepon lagi selesai gitu ya. Nah, itu adalah teknologi yang sebelumnya yang berbasiskan analog. Tapi kalau kita lompat ya, kita berbicara tentang teknologi dari UC sendiri, dari Unified Communication, kita sudah bisa berbicara lebih luas lagi. Tentunya, dan ini juga didorong dengan adanya pandemi yang kemarin tinggi-tingginya dan sekarang pun juga sedang berjalan seperti itu ya. Nah, ini mendorong kebutuhan customer ini untuk step up. Dan bahkan kemarin selama pandemi kita banyak sekali mendapatkan permintaan yaitu untuk kebutuhan komunikasi ya PBX yang bisa dibuat untuk istilahnya remote working. Ya, istilahnya oke, jadi saya mau karyawan saya itu bisa bekerja dari manapun. Misalkan ada kondisi tertentu, misalkan oke, harus bekerja di rumah gitu ya. Apakah harus bekerja mungkin karena lagi di luar kantor gitu ya, nggak lagi di meja dia. Ya, misal dia lagi di kafe atau di mana lagi meeting di luar itu bisa. Ataupun lagi kondisi bisnis travel, misalnya seperti itu ya. Nah, jadi semua tim di dalam perusahaan itu bisa tetap terhubung ke kantor, baik itu melalui mobile phone karyawan masing-masing ataupun melalui PC atau laptop yang dibawa oleh masing-masing tim itu sendiri gitu ya. Jadi kita tetap bisa terhubung ke kantor, kita tetap bisa terhubung ke jaringan kantor dan bahkan kita bisa melakukan panggilan selayaknya kita di kantor. Misal kita terima telepon dari customer gitu ya, customer telepon ke divisi sales, nanti dihubungin ke saya itu bisa, walaupun saya di rumah ya. Jadi customer teleponnya ke nomor kantor, tapi saya angkatnya dari rumah gitu, itu bisa. Ataupun saya di rumah, saya bisa menghubungi customer dengan nomor kantor, seperti contohnya ya. Nah, dan tren ini terus berjalan ya, bahkan selepas di masa-masa pandemi sudah mulai surut gitu istilahnya, tren untuk ini, kebutuhan untuk ini itu sudah menjadi satu kebutuhan ya, kebutuhan mutlak dari customer itu sendiri. Seperti jadi ini yang satu opportunity yang kita juga bisa dorong ya ke customer ya, karena kita bisa bilang bahwa oh sekarang ini tren untuk walking nggak hanya harus di kantor gitu ya, nggak hanya harus di meja karyawan masing-masing seperti itu. Itu salah satu yang kita bisa dorong ya sebagai opportunity kita untuk menawarkan solusi yang baru ini. Ya, oke, next please. Ya. Nah, berikutnya tentang ini kita akan bahas beberapa tentang hal-hal ini ya. Nah, sebelumnya kita memiliki satu pertanyaan lagi nih untuk rekan-rekan. Satu pool ya, jadi mungkin dari rekan-rekan pantau sudah bisa melihat di layarnya masing-masing. Ada pertanyaan nih, apa saja kebutuhan customer saat ini menurut rekan-rekan sekalian. Ya, apakah satu, mereka mau fitur, pokoknya saya mau fiturnya lengkap. Atau dua, mereka mau yang stabil dan aman juga gitu ya. Atau ketiga, mereka juga butuh remote working. Dan keempat, apakah mungkin mereka membutuhkan integrasi dengan third party. Misalkan, saya mau hubungkan sama software saya nih, software ERP saya di kantor, atau saya mau hubungkan dengan CRM atau dengan yang lain dia. Nah, silakan dijawab. Di sini bisa menjawab lebih daripada satu ya. Jadi silakan jawab. Oke, mungkin sudah ya. Sudah, kalau sudah kalian rekan-rekan bisa isi semuanya di sana. Nanti yang akan menjadi feedback dari kita dan juga akan menentukan ya apa saja yang kita lebih akan detailkan di acara webinar kita selanjutnya nanti. Ya, oke. Ya, mungkin sudah selesai ya. Oke, saya sambil continue ya. Nah, di sini kita akan mendescribe ya. Jadi sebenarnya dewasa ini kita tahu bahwa kebutuhan dari customer ini terus demanding. Ya, terutama dengan adanya memang perubahan cukup besar ya di waktu-waktu pandemi ini, yaitu mereka menginginkan lebih banyak lagi dari server komunikasi mereka. Yang pertama mereka mau fitur-fitur yang lengkap gitu ya. Yang dulunya mereka tahu PABX hanya untuk intercom. Nah, sekarang ini mereka bisa minta misalkan PABX saya mau buat untuk beberapa agent kayak semacam call center, terima customer service gitu ya, terima komplain gitu ya. Nah, atau saya mau membangun misalkan divisi untuk ini, untuk istilahnya untuk operator seperti itu, yang mereka bisa langsung menerima panggilan dari luar dan bisa kita lakuin queuing gitu ya. Jadi di tiga operator itu ada sistem queuing-nya. Atau saya mau komunikasi saya ini lebih aman. Saya mau semuanya itu terrecord gitu ya. Saya mau pembicaraan itu terekam di PABX atau fitur-fitur yang lain dan yang lain dan yang lain ya. Nah, semua fitur-fitur ini itu terus berkembang dan pastinya Yeastar juga mengikuti kebutuhan dari customer ya. Jadi hampir kalau rekan-rekan pernah melihat ya fitur-fitur dari Yeastar, itu hampir semua kebutuhan customer ada di sana. Bahkan kita punya call paging, kita punya schedule paging gitu ya. Misalkan untuk pengumuman, tiap jam 12 nanti langsung halo-halo, jam makan siang silakan ke kantin, nah gitu ya. Nah itu semuanya ada di PABX Yeastar tanpa perlu perangkat tambahan lagi, gitu ya. Dan pasti selain dari fitur-fitur, customer juga pasti menginginkan yang dinamakan dengan produk yang stabil gitu ya, dan juga produk yang bisa diandalkan. Di Yeastar sendiri saat ini secara produk juga sudah cukup mature ya, cukup mature dan bahkan kita punya teknologi yang namanya hot standby, di mana kita bisa memasangkan dua PBX pairing sebagai primary dan secondary. Jadi kita bisa auto backup. Jadi misalkan nih ada something wrong dengan PBX pertama, nah PBX kedua itu bisa langsung auto backup. Jadi komunikasi itu tidak sampai putus, apalagi putus berhari-hari sampai seminggu dia belum kelar karena PABX-nya rusak. Nah, terutama kayak dunia di hospitality, di hotel, kemudian di hospital gitu ya. Nah, yang cukup krusial semacam itu, nah Yeastar punya teknologi sampai ke sana gitu ya. Dan yang pastinya kebutuhan dari customer yaitu masalah fleksibilitas tentang fitur-fitur ataupun tentang dari PABX sendiri ya, mau berbentuk hardware, mau berbentuk software, mau kapasitas berapa, nah semuanya itu ada di Yeastar sebagai sebuah pilihan. Dan yang pastinya tadi yang sudah dijelaskan ya, remote working itu sudah menjadi satu hal yang sekarang cukup baku dan cukup banyak dan diminta gitu ya oleh customer-customer kita gitu ya. Dan terakhir adalah partner ekosistem dan third party integration. Nah, di sini mungkin tidak semua PBX bisa menghandle ataupun punya fitur untuk ini ya. Di mana mereka biasanya adalah closed system. Ya, jadi ya sistemnya hanya bisa berjalan di situ saja. Tapi Yeastar sendiri kita memiliki API ya yang kita open untuk rekan-rekan partner ataupun rekan-rekan dari third party appliance itu untuk bisa berkomunikasi dengan Yeastar. Misalkan mau mengembangkan software sendiri, misalkan saya punya software database saya mau konekin sama Yeastar. Nah, itu bisa. Gitu ya. Kita mungkin untuk mencocokkan customer A ini sudah ditelepon bulan ini berapa kali. Nah, itu bisa dicek gitu ya dan bisa dipairingkan dengan database customer rekan-rekan sekalian gitu ya. Ataupun dengan integrasi yang lain yang nanti mungkin akan dibahas oleh Wilber di materi selanjutnya. Seperti itu. Ya, jadi di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa kebutuhan dari customer itu terus berkembang tapi juga dari Yeastar. Jadi rekan-rekan sekalian jangan khawatir karena dari Yeastar juga terus berinovasi ya. Kita terus berinovasi, kita terus berkembang dalam memenuhi kebutuhan customer dan juga untuk memberikan opportunity yang lebih luas lagi untuk kita bersama. Nah, berikutnya mungkin kita akan masuk sedikit tentang pembahasan dari ini ya, tentang market gitu ya, yang kita bisa bilang untuk migrasi ya, migrasi dari analog sendiri ke IP atau sistem ke UC gitu ya. Nah, mungkin di sini saya akan dibantu oleh Wilbur. Wilbur, can you share with us maybe some of your experience about regarding this market transition? From, as we know, right, the market is now shifting from like the analog market to the IP communication market, or we can call it the UC communication, something like that. So, what do you think about this, Wilbur?
Thank you, Iwan. So, hello guys. So, as you know that since last year, Panasonic has announced that they are going to terminate their mobile business. So there are a lot of Panasonic partners. They come to us and contact us and trying to become our partners. So since 2021, we have helped more than 800 Panasonic partners to migrate to Yeastar. Yeah, I believe that in 2020, this number can be even bigger. Yeah. And now in this part, I will give you guys a live demo to show you some highlight features in our P-series PBX. Then you will know that why will they choose Yeastar?
Yeah, because we do appreciate what Panasonic have made in this market. We do appreciate for their efforts, but the truth is that they are going to quit their VoIP business soon. So I believe that a lot of partners, a lot of customers, they are looking for some alternative. Otherwise, they may worry about that. Like, what about their telephony solution?
Yeah, how should they continue their business?
And like Wilbur just mentioned, we have over 800 analog. To be honest, the Panasonic resellers have chosen Yeastar. So next part, we're just going to show you guys why do they choose Yeastar and what attract them to make this decision to choose Yeastar as their alternative. So we can switch to the live demo right now. And by the way, guys, if you have any question during this presentation, please feel free to drop it in the chat panel. Our specialist, Joseph, will be there to answer any question you may have. So during this one, because this is more like a focus on our solution features. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to leave it in the chat panel or the Q&A box. Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, right now I'm using Yeastar P570 and I'm logging as an administrator.
So this is kind of like the login interface of our P-series PBX.
Yeah, so right now I'm going to the administrator portal. Yeah, so as you can see, here is the dashboard. You can check all the status, all the data of the PBX in here in this one page. And actually in P-series, we have prepare a single individual panel for each extension user.
That means everyone, like every extension user, every employee, every user, they will have their own account to jump into this portal like you just did.
Yes, but we have to say that if everybody have the same permission, it will be a totally chaos.
Yeah, we need to have different permission for different user. For example, some people, they just focus their job to make the phone calls. And some people, they may be like the IT guy, they need to do some like maintenance or configuration for the PBX system.
Yeah, so that's why we designed this user role feature. Yeah, in here you can create different kind of user role for different kind of the employees. For example, for the sales team, for the technical team. Yeah, in this panel, you can customize the different permission for different kind of employees. Yeah, you can totally customize the permission for them.
Yeah, so it means like for different departments, maybe they will have different demand to configure the system. Like you mentioned, like the IT guy, they need to do some maintenance. And our manager or supervisor, they may need to manage their queue, their ring group and something like that. So they all need different permission to configure the system. And this user role is totally customizable. You can just easily, grant different permissions according to your different title in the company.
Yes, correct. Actually, we also have an extension group for different kind of departments. So it will be more convenient for the manager to manage them. Also, in some scenario, like when you are using an operator panel, which we will introduce later. Yeah, it's also more convenient for a receptionist to check them their status or
to manage the phone calls in the operator panel. So we can make a brief wrap up here. The P-series PBX is actually pretty flexible because we have the role-based permission, this kind of mechanism, which means that the user role is actually more related to the permission to configure the system. So if you want to manage the system, for example, to create extension user or something like that, you need to configure that in the user role. And extension group is better for departments collaboration, which means that you can easily configure different permission for the operator panel, and then they can easily manage the phone call. So one is more like related to the system, and another is the permission to manage the happening phone calls in the system.
Yes. And what's more, right now we are still under pandemic. So some of our customers, they are looking for a hybrid working solution. So what can they do when they are working at home? If they want to access to the PBX, what can they do?
So this is the question, because previously we had one poll. I actually noticed that many of you guys, you are caring about the remote working solution. So what can we do in the P-series PBX? We'll give you a brief introduction about that.
As you guys can see now, right now, I'm using a domain name to access to my PBX, not via IP address, it's by a domain name, which we called it as a fully codified domain name.
FQDN.
Yes, correct. In here in network setting, I can just activate this feature by a simple click. Then you can customize your own domain name here. And with this domain name, you can not only access to the PBX remotely, but also you can use this FQDN to do some remote SIP registration or some LTAP access, something like that.
For example, the SIP remotely registration is like if you have one IP phone at home and then your PBX is at your office, you can just use this FQDN to realize the IP phone registration with your PBX in the office.
Actually not just IP phone, you can also use this FQDN to remote register your SIP trunk.
And so on. So this is pretty convenient, and like we will just show you guys, all you need to do is just to enable it, and that's it. You don't have to do the complex configuration like the port forwarding, which means you don't have to worry about the complex of it, and then you don't have to worry about the security of it.
Yes. And in here, you can also customize the, if you want to enable or disable this feature. For example, if in your company, actually, you don't want to enable this SIP
access.
So you just need to disable it, then you will be okay.
So this is how you can manage this separately. We designed different access for each feature, so you can just choose which one you would like to use or not.
Yes. Okay. In next stage, we are going to show you the web portal for each single extension user, which we call it a Linkas web client.
Because previously, now we are just actually logging through the super administrator account. But like we mentioned, this portal is actually designed for everyone in telephony system. So we can just jump in through an extension user account.
Okay, right now I'm using a manager account, to log into my Linkas web client. So you can see here I can all the feature in the PBX is listed in the left side.
The navigation bar.
Here are some basic and advanced music feature you can get in our P3 PBX. If you want to, because I'm using a manager account, so also I need to do some management. So in here, I can just access to my management portal in here. So then I can check all this management in here.
Because this is like the permission we've already got through the user role. This user is actually the user role is administrator. So you guys can see that it has more than, let's say, above 90% permissions to configure the system.
Yes. Okay, so right now let me back to the web client. So right now I'm going to introduce more about some highlight feature in our P-series PBX. And first of all, it's about our chat instant message system. In here, we can have an internal chat with my colleague. We can create a group chat, share some file or emoji with them. So it will be more convenient for when the colleagues are not convenient to make a phone call.
Because we know that nowadays we still need to have a lot of internal communication within the company. And it's really good, it's really convenient that we can manage that in one single portal. For example, we'll use this telephony system to make and receive phone calls. But of course, think about it, guys. If you can just use it to send a message at the same time, that's going to be really convenient for everyone in the company.
Yes.
And what's very important, this feature is actually already embedded in the PBX.
Yes.
So once you log in, you can see it.
And the feature is a Yeastar video conference. Yeah. Actually, our conference is not just for internal, but also for external. Here you can create a meeting link, and then just share. After you schedule a meeting, you will get a meeting link. Then you can just share this meeting link with your customer. Your customer can join the meeting just via this
link.
URL.
Yeah.
They don't need to download any application or software. So all of our video conference is totally web-based.
I believe that Park Yuan has mentioned to you guys like the remote working or hybrid working is going to be the trend. It makes it really hard for us to communicate face to face. Sometimes we do need a virtual meeting way to manage that. And now we've also embedded this feature in our P-Series web client, which means that you can easily use our web client and like we were just introduced, just participate this meeting via the link. That means all you need is just a browser. You don't need to prepare any third-party software. All you need is just use your mobile or PC to join this meeting link directly.
Yes. And this feature is the operator panel. Yeah, we know that some company every day they need to handle many calls, no matter it's incoming or outbound call. Yeah, so it's very difficult for a receptionist to manage the via a desk phone.
Yeah.
So
back to the old days, we just need to remember a lot of feature calls. If we need to do some cooperation like the co-parking, co-distribution, we need to manage that through the feature calls. That's the old way.
Yes, correct. Right now we have this totally visualized portal for you guys. So just right now maybe let me make a phone call.
Okay, yeah, we can show you guys a live demo so you can better see that. And guys, if you have any question, don't hesitate to let us know, all right, in the chat panel.
Okay, so right now I'm using my Linkas web client to calling Horace. So you can see in here is your internal call.
Yeah, and I can show you guys. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I received this phone call through the Linkas mobile client already. So let me just pick it up.
Okay, so you can see the status I have changed to the talking. Yeah, as a receptionist, I have permission to manage this call, to transfer it, to bring it up. Also, I can also monitor it. In the P-Series, we can support the bucket monitor, listening monitor, and the whisper monitor.
So this is like maybe because the live demo, we can only show you this one phone call. But think about it, guys. Maybe you are thinking about like, what if we only have 1 or 2 calls? Maybe I can handle that. But let's say for a company, you have more than, let's say 10 phone calls at the same time, then it's really a big headache for the receptionist to manage all the phone calls in this way. But now we have this upper panel, like Ruber said, it's a visualized and real-time based panel. So you can just easily manage all the call, distribution management in a few mouse click.
Yes, also we can also support the drag and drop. Actually.
Drag and drop to the specific destination.
Yeah, like here. Okay, so right now they ask go to the call center feature. Okay, so in the call center, Yeastar actually have an inbuilt call center. There is an inbound call center. It's based on queue, so you'll be more like a service center.
Yeah, service center. If you're running some service center to receive the incoming phone calls, to answer the questions or something like that, this is a perfect solution for this kind of requirement.
Yeah, and for all Yeastar call center, it's consisted with 3 parts. We have a wallboard, queue panel, and some advanced call report. Okay, I will introduce them one by one. First of all, it's the call, is the wallboard. As you guys can hear, I can see all the real-time data in this panel. Yeah, from the sales queue or the technical queue. In here, I can choose the the data
which one
from
you would like to check
here. And we can also choose the time duration in here, today, this week, this month. Yeah, and also I can customize in here. If I don't care the waiting call, so I can just delete it. Yeah, I can also zoom this agent login. Okay, so everything is customizable.
Yeah, it's pretty flexible and it totally depends on you. What kind of data you like to see? For example, this wallboard is also real-time based. You can see we got the SOA data and the average, talking time, something like that, which can help you guys to evaluate the performance of your agents. For example, if you notice that the SOA data is pretty low, maybe you need to do something to improve that.
Yes, correct. And to help the queue manager to manage and monitor the phone call or the agent status, we also prepare a queue panel for the queue manager. Yeah, in here I can see the agent status in here and some brief data in the upside. And so right now, Horace, could you please make a phone call to this queue?
I will try to show you guys a live demo, and I will just make a phone call to this queue, and let's see how it works for this queue panel. You may notice that this is a little bit similar with the operator panel, but this queue panel is actually designed for the queue only, specifically for the queue. So you can see that I'm already calling in to the queue right now.
Yeah, so and this queue the queue has assigned this call to the agent Wilbur Lin in here.
You can see the status.
Yeah, my web client is running now. Yeah, so
mobile client.
Mobile client. Sorry. The call will be assigned to the HTTP call. Yeah, so we can same as operator panel. We can also manage this call and monitor this call in this panel directly.
Yeah, so it's pretty convenient and use like flexible for your supervisor or manager of your call center.
Yes. Also, I can check. I can change the agent status in here. I can post him or make it continue in here. And the last part of the call center is about the call report in here.
Yeah, because we mentioned like the wall board and the queue panel is more like real-time based. But sometimes maybe the managers, they are busy. They cannot just like focus on the wall board. Maybe they need, some reports after their work so they can double check.
Yeah, to analyze how the agent performed. Okay, so in here we have prepared many kinds of the report based on queue, based on agent, based on the extension group. Everything you need is in here. Yeah, you can check them here. And we also prepare different kinds of filter for you to help you find the correct data you need.
Yes.
Yes, in here. And for example, so maybe we don't have enough data in here.
This is a demo account.
Okay, so what about if the queue manager is working at home? How can he check the report? Yeah, actually we also can support the schedule report in here. Yeah, you can just choose the report type you need and the frequency in here, and just type and fill in your email address. Yeah, the system will send the report to you. Yeah, based on the time you need. Okay.
So this is kind of like set up a frequency, and then you just receive the reports accordingly.
Yes. Okay. So I believe here are some highlight features of our P-series.
Because we can only show you some highlight features. There are so many features in the P-series PBX. If we show you one by one, maybe that will last this whole day.
Yeah.
If you are interested, also you can just feel free to contact us. We are willing to show you a more detailed live demo of our system and so on.
Yeah. In this part, we are going to introduce more about some of our solutions. Yeah, can be some of our Yeastar solutions that some official integration with some vendors.
Like what can we use the telephony system to manage, not just for the telephony system.
Yes,
right. So in this part, I'm going to show you that. And still, if you have any question, don't hesitate to interact with us. So the first one, let's talk about the compatibility of the IP phones. We know that a lot of resellers, they are not just selling the telephony system. This is not enough. Sometimes they will just bundle these kind of system or solution together. For example, a very important part of our telephony system will be the endpoints, and which is mostly the IP phones, which these days they are very popular. So here in the P-series PBX, basically we can support any standard IP protocol supported IP phones. That's the first step. So if you're using any IP phone, as long as they are using the standard IP protocol, they will be able to integrate with our system. But more than just that, for these brands we list out here, we also provide something we call the auto provisioning, which means that if you guys are familiar with this part, you may know that if you want to configure an IP phone, the association with the P-series PBX, you need to jump into the interface and then fill in the authentication name and password, a lot of things like that. It's complex. If you have a lot of phone call, a lot of phones,
100 phones,
you need to
difficult to
bundle. Yeah. So now we provide you this auto provisioning, which means that all you need to do is just a few mouse clicking, and then you can just easily manage that through this auto provisioning feature we provide in the P3's PBX.
Yes, and actually right now our R&D team are keep evaluating some other brands. I believe that in the future, more brand of IP phone will be supported in our auto provisioning.
Yes, so this list will just keep going on, all right? And then the second part, I guess we will be talking about the trunks. We know that, it's never easy to migrate from another brand to a totally new solution. So many people, they want to keep their existing trunks, existing phone lines, because telephony system is like they don't have a choice, right? They need better solution. They need something can keep updated. So they need to switch to another, telephony solution. But about their phone lines, maybe they've been using that for a long time. Their customer will just communicate with them through the phone numbers. Definitely, they want to keep those existing numbers and trunks. So for the P3's PBX, we can, integrate with so many different trunks, no matter if you're using the analog lines, I believe, which is pretty popular nowadays, and you are like using the digital trunks or even the SIP trunks. So speaking of this part, maybe Park Iwan, can you please share with us a little bit, like which trunk are nowadays popular in Indonesian market, or what's going on? What's the trend of the trunks in Indonesia market? Can you please share a little bit with us here?
Okay, Horace. Yeah, actually, previously the one that popular here in Indonesia is of course the analog trunk. As we know, for example, one of the only one for the telco provider in Indonesia, which is Telkom Indonesia. Previously, they only provide the analog trunk only to all of the customer. For example, if they need like maybe 30 phone number, so there will be 30 lines that bring into the customer place, something like that. So that's the previous one. But right now, maybe starting from last 3 or 4 years, from Telkom Indonesia and also the other telco provider is starting to move from the analog into the SIP trunk or to IP communication as well. They also right now migrate their digital line, we call it E1 here, the E1. E1 is also being transitioned to the SIP trunk as well. So and this make a lot of customer right now looking for a solution for that, because usually their PABX, their analog PABX is only support for the E1 trunk only, for the digital E1 trunk only. But while the from the Telkom Indonesia is changed to the SIP, so they need to find a better solution, right? So actually right now they have two solutions. The best solution is really to migrate some of our customer also migrate from their old system, which is from the analog PABX to the Yeastar appliance edition. And some of them is also because budget issue and so on. They use the intermediate solution, which using our gateway from E1 to the SIP, something like that. So basically, we have the solution for this customer. But looking at the situation, we can see that now the market is really changing here as well. They starting to migrate from the analog to the SIP. There, from the telco perspective and also from the customer. As we know, right now a lot of customer is already well known about the IP solution, about the IP networking and so on, right? As we can see, for example, like in the surveillance business, they are also starting to move from the analog cable to the IP, because with using IP solution, we can really maximize the network that we have in our company, right? So we can using only one cable for every solution, something like that. So yes, that's what's happening here, Horace.
Okay, thank you for sharing this information with us.
Yes, thank you, Pak Iwan.
And I believe that as you are talking about, this is actually the trend. For example, we just, the world is
What is
developing.
going now?
Yeah, so we are just, everything is going to be IP based gradually.
Yes.
That's what's happening, I believe, not just in Indonesia, but the whole world is like that. So I believe that this is also very important. You need a solution that will be able to be used right now, not just right now, and also in the future.
Yes.
So to get you prepared for this, we also prepare you with so many Yeastar provided gateways. We have 4 series of this gateway solution, which means that you can easily use this to, do some expansion. For example, if you need more analog phones to be connected with your PBX, we know that nowadays, I believe analog phones, they are still popular. So if you need more that, or for example, like the hotel, some specific occasion, you definitely need a lot of like cables or a lot of ports for your analog phones, and we have the gateway ready for you. And if you want to expand your E1 line, right, if you have more than one, you have several E1 lines in one company, we can also provide you the TE gateway for that.
Yes.
And also, if you are using the SIM card, right, if you're using the mobile trunk, we also have the right solution for you. So these gateways are also provided by Yeastar. You don't have to worry about the compatibility of the system because it works perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the next part, I guess, we are going to talk about will be the headset integration. We mentioned that nowadays maybe we are working remotely, you are working in the call center. So a headset can really improve, the experience or the efficiency like of your job, of your work. Maybe you guys can also have a little bit interactions with us, like typing in the chat panel, which headset brand you are currently using, or which headset brand do you think is like most popular, right? Because now the P-Series PBX can already be integrated with these 4 brands headset, the Jabra, E-Link, Poly, and EPOS. I believe they are all like the mainstream ones, the popular ones, but technically, actually, we can just, integrate with any WebHD protocol supported headset. So you can interact with us in the chat panel to let us know that which brand you are using, or if you want a further confirmation, if you can, integrate with your existing headset with our solution, you can just interact with us. So the next one will be something actually related, will be the CRM integration. It's like the third-party CRM platform, right? A lot of companies, especially for the sales, especially for the call center, they do need a CRM platform to help them to better manage their, customers' information.
Yeah, correct. Like in Yeastar, we are using a HubSpot.
This is what we are currently using. And because Wilbur is from the sales team, so they are using it daily, every day, basically. It's really important and it really matters. So the 3 brands we've listed out here are actually the brands we have the official operation, which means we have the, officially cooperation with their company. These are the 3. After the integration, you can easily manage something like the code journaling and the contact information synchronized between the 2 platforms, something like that, or even like to call pop-up, click to call. Some features like this, it really, ease the burden of the sales. They need to, search for the customer's information and something like that.
Yes.
But for this one, I guess you guys may have one question, is that, like, what if the CRM platform I'm using is not in this list, right? Because maybe sometimes they would just use some, self-developed or in-house CRM platform, some lightweight CRM platform. Well, actually, we also have the solution for you. That is through our API. For our P-Series PBX system, different deployment modes, we provide you the API interfaces, which means that if you have your IT guy with you, they can just go to use these interfaces and then manage the integration with some other, third-party software or platform like the CRM. And not just for the CRM, API is also widely used for the hotel PMS. As far as I know, we already managed the integration with a local hotel PMS named VHP, right? Copy one. So
yes.
yeah.
One of the example here is for this API. API is we have one of the, we can say it, the top PMS brand in Indonesia, which is this VSP. From VSP is already fully integrated with Yeastar solutions or with Yeastar PBX. So they don't need any like additional license or something like that. Just plug and play, just plug and play. So what they are doing is that they are connecting with the Yeastar. So well, because it is from the hospitality for hotels. So when the guests check out from their software, they can directly calculate the call cost of that guest. So because the guests sometimes maybe they use the hotel phone, right, to call their friend or something like that. So well, when the hotel guests check out, they will receive the call bill as well in their invoice. That one that some feature that integrated from the PMS to Yeastar. And the other thing, they also doing integration for the wake up call as well. So if the guests want to be wake up at 4 a.m. by the hotel staff, right? So the hotel staff didn't need to really wake up early in the morning to just call the guest. So from the software, they can call directly to Yeastar to the guest, right, to wake him up, yeah, in early morning or something like that. Yeah, so there is a lot of integration that they are doing right now with Yeastar, and also we also have some the other third-party application as well that right now is happening and doing integration with Yeastar. And the other, maybe for the other example, is also we have one integration for the command center here, yeah. In some cities, especially in Surabaya, we have the command center here that already use the Yeastar PBX, and they do the API integration with their own software and database. So, for example, while the incoming call happen, they can match and can match the number or the phone number with the people ID database in Indonesia. Yeah, something like that. So it really helped. And because Yeastar is open the API for us, there's no additional cost, right? So it is like an open system that can be used for the third party. Yes, and it is really help for the customer and also from the third party application to do the integration with the communication system in the customer place.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sorry.
thank you. So actually,
Yeah.
API always means more possibilities because it's kind of something we just provide for developers. They can easily use these interfaces to achieve a lot of things.
Yes.
And actually, for the last year, or maybe let's say last few years, we've used the Yeastar solution to help us to manage a lot of successful cases in the Indonesia market. You guys can see that for different industries, for different fields, and for different companies. And we already have so many successful cases because to be honest with you guys, I'm not quite familiar with these companies in Indonesia market because I've been for here only 1 year or something like that.
We are based in China.
Yeah, so we don't really know about these companies. So maybe Park Iwan, can you please share, let's say one company you feel most impressed, or you can share something interesting with these cases, one of them maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think all of the company here is one of the key. Actually, there is a lot of companies that already using Yeastar in Indonesia. But this is maybe one of the key company that we share here. Maybe if maybe we can discuss about Wismilak, yeah. For example, yeah, Wismilak is one of the biggest tobacco or cigarette company in Indonesia right now. And they have already successfully deployed Yeastar solution or Yeastar PBX in their headquarters. So in their headquarters, they already use the S300, yeah, S300, our biggest appliance PBX. And with this, they also connect to all of their branches, yeah, with a smaller PBX, considering with the volume or the number of user in each branch. And because they already have the connection, yeah, the data connection between the headquarter and the branches, so they use SIP trunk to connect all of their communication system. So if the team from Surabaya want to call to branches maybe in Bali or maybe in Jakarta. So they right now didn't need to pay any additional costs. If previously they need to use Telcom, right, to do the SLJJ, to call to the other cities, right, which is it's not cheap. So with Yeastar solution, and they already integrated all of the brands, they can do the communication between their branches with zero cost, and this help them to save a lot of money actually in Bismillah tourism. Maybe that's one of the example, but all of the customer here has different stories and also different solution as well. But
Okay,
Yeastar
thank
help
you for
us a lot.
sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great to hear that a lot of people they are choosing Yeastar as their solution in the Indonesian market, and like you said, our solution is pretty capable to for different scenarios, which means that no matter what requirements you are having right now, you can always use our solution to manage that. So this is basically about successful cases, and we do wish that if you guys can choose Yeastar in the near future, we will have more and more successful cases. Maybe in our next live streaming, you will see your customers in this list.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And I guess next part, I'm gonna hand it over back to Wilbur again, because previously we were talking about something Yeastar can provide you guys. But if this is the first time you hear Yeastar, or you did this kind of comparison, you must want a straightforward comparison to see what's exactly the difference between these two solutions. So because Wilbur is the salesman, he understands the products pretty well, so I'm gonna hand it back over to him.
Yes, in this part, I'm gonna introduce more details about some difference between us and the old school analog PBX. Okay, and first of all is about the architecture. Yeah, we know that the time is developing quite quickly. Yeah, so now more and more SME customers they are looking for a system to help, looking for a telephone system to help their business grow.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to say that the old school PBX, their architecture, their structure are quite fixed, so they are not able to catch up the increasing need for the UC features. Yeah, so this is one of the main reasons our engineer, our R&D team are trying to make our system a flexible system and more user friendly. Yeah, so they are also trying to keep sharing the latest innovation with our partners, so that they can always be the pioneer of the time.
Yeah, like Park Iwan has mentioned to us, the customers' requirements, they are growing. So definitely they need a solution that can catch up with this kind of growing requirements. Otherwise, it would just get thrown by the time, let's say, because we do need a solution with a lot of UC feature. And what's important, you need to catch up the trend. You need to follow the time.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, we also want to we also hope that our system can bring more possibilities for our customers.
Yeah, of course.
And right now, actually more and more customers, they are looking for a powerful UC client, so that they are able to work from anywhere. So for Yeastar, we can provide our self-developed cell phone, which we call the Linkas. Yeah, like in the previous part, we have shown you the Linkas web client, the Linkas web client. Except these two clients, we also serve the Linkas desktop client. Yeah, I believe that we are doing quite well in the collaboration part. And these three clients can be working at the same time, and they can synchronize all the data at real time. So if you want to switch switch from the web client to the mobile client, you don't have to worry about you will miss any data, like your voicemail or some call logs,
call history, something like that. So the 2 points are about the Linkas UC clients. The first one, the data will be synchronized between these 3 clients with no doubt. This is the first one. And the second one, we actually have a lot of embedded features in the UC client, like the web client we just show you. We have the operator panel, we have the video conferencing, we have the instant messaging, and don't worry about it, we will have more and more in the future.
Yes, correct. And actually, we can also from this the Linkas client, we can also enjoy many UC features, like we have shown you in the previous live demo. Yeah, operator panel, call center, video conference. Yeah, everything you need is in there.
You just log in and then use it.
Yes. And here, next part is the call center. In the previously, the analog PBX only can offer some very basic the call center feature.
It's like only a few, let's say, the routing rules. That's it, like only some basic routing rules.
Yeah, so right now the customer also needs some data to a panel to check the data to analyze the call center performance. So we have the wallboard, we have the Q panel and the call report to help them to check this.
So like we said, there are many three parts. All right, we got the wallboard, the Q panel, and the call reports. And based on these three, we've already shown you in the live demo. So we're not going to talk about it again here. But some things that we also have some advanced routing rules, like the Q callback. We have the several different prompts to set up the SOA data. A lot of like advanced configurations to help you better understand what's happening in your queue, in your call center, and how to evaluate, how to improve the performance of your agents in the call center.
Yes, correct. And this feature is about the
operator panel. Yeah.
In Yeastar of the panel, like in the live demo, we are trying to make it more straightforward. So you can make everything in one single panel and by some simple click. Yeah. In the OS, you can see the web GUI are quite complicated.
Yeah. It's really hard to manage that, and you don't. Let's say
if you want to find the data, I think it's hard for you to find it in the first time. Yes, correct. So Yeastar of the panel, we are trying to offer easy to use, more user friendly. Yeah. So even for new onboard user, they can still use it. You can still use it easy.
So it's pretty straightforward. You can see the interface is pretty clean. You can easily find out all the information. Like take a look, and you will see what's exactly happening in the company's phone call, and then use a few mouse click to manage all the cooperations you need. That's what Yeastar Operator Panel can bring to you guys.
Yes. And for the remote working solution, in the old days, if the customer they are using an analog PBX, if they want to remote access to the PBX, they have to do some port forwarding in the firewall. It's really dangerous. Sometimes it will be attacked by some hackers, and it's also very complicated. You need a professional technician team to help you handle that.
Yes.
But right now we have the Yeastar F2DN. Yeah, just by a single click, you will get a domain name from Yeastar. Yeah, and it's realized by a secure tunnel, so you don't have to do any port forwarding. It's very safe. You don't have to worry about the safety or the configuration just by a simple click.
So remote working, basically this solution, 2 points. All right, Wilbur has mentioned them all. He's very good at this one. So the first one, the security, right? Because now we don't have any like public IP address. We don't have any ports. You don't have to worry about it. It will get hacked. This is the first one. The second one about the convenience, because if you are going to do the port forwarding, the net setting, you need someone who is specifically for this job, and he needs to do a lot of like maintenance about it. So now this is just a service provided by Yeastar. All you need is just to enable it, and that's it. You can just use it.
Yes. And for the integration part, like Horace have mentioned, actually we have many official integration with some IP phone vendor, CRM vendor, and also we have some official integration with some intercom vendor like Hikvision or Dahua. We can our system can be easily integrated with this vendor. And except that, we know that some of our customers they are also selling some hardware, some software, like software. The billing license, PMS. And this we can also support the API to help them to integrate the system with their license they're selling.
Which means that through the P3 PBX, you can actually build up your own ecosystem and then bundle your solution then to sell it to your customers.
You can bring more possibilities.
More possibilities with more benefits, more profits.
Okay, so in short, actually, we also collect some feedback from the partners. Which they are already our partners now. But based on their feedback, I believe that our systems are quite easy to get on board. It's very user friendly, easy to use, easy to manage, easy to learn. Yeah, so I believe that we can give us a high grade.
Yeah, this is kind of like some very positive feedback from our partners who've migrated from Panasonic to Yeastar. You can see the keyword is easy, because if we are talking about from one solution to the other, we may worry like if we will take too much time for me to learn how to set up, how to manage, and how to use this whole system. But actually, I believe this is going to be the concern of our attendees today, which means that, let's say what if if they become the partners of Yeastar, what's the benefits they can get, or how quickly can they get on board with Yeastar? Yeah, we can maybe share some information about this one.
Yeah, sure. This part I'm going to introduce more about the partner benefit.
Which means that once you become our partners, what benefits can you get from us? Yeah.
Yes. First of all, we can ensure that if you become our partner, you can get at least 40% margin by selling the hardware or software license. Also, in each quarter, we will also prepare some regional program to incentive our partners.
Like to motivate them to sell more PABX.
Yeah, like last time, don't forget, we have a P-Series Enterprise Solution First Installation Award. Yeah, the first partner who installed the Yeastar P-Series Enterprise Solution, within this year, he will be able to win an iPhone 13.
Well, actually, it's going to be the latest iPhone. That's what Milu has promised us from last live streaming. If you were there with us, right? I believe this is still available because we are still trying to have more chances. So like Wilbur mentioned, we will have some quarterly regional program to motivate the partners to sell more products to gain more profit. But Iwan, as I know that we already have a lot of competitors, right? They are evaluating the solution. Right.
Yes, actually we have several projects happening right now. They're still on progress for each project, so we still didn't know who is the winner, but so the chance is still there. So if partners, you have projects, you can still compete in this competition.
Yeah, sure. So don't hesitate. If you have some customer they need it, you can just join us and try to win latest iPhone.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, like Horace mentioned, to help our new partners get on board. Actually, we also have a very complete training process. For our new on board partners. We will have a regular online training, or we have some webinar like this to show you some information about our product, and we also have some configuration guide for you.
So we have the user manual to show you how to configure the system step by step. Because I'm I'm responsible for the training part. So like we were just mentioned, we have some courses every month to show you something about our technical part, and we got the video, we got the live streaming or the webinar, regular ones like these, to share you with the latest trend, latest situation of the market. And we do have a academic system, which means that if you can pass our exam, we will just give you the certificates, which means you will be a certified partner with Yeastar with the certificates. So this is the whole solution to ensure that if you choose Yeastar to become your partner, you will get on board real quick.
The sooner they are familiar with the system, the easier they can
earn more money. To earn more money from the solution. All right. So basically, I guess till now is what we are trying to talk about of our whole solution. We just gave you guys some brief understanding of our features, of our possibilities, and of course a comparison between the Panasonic and Yeastar solution. I believe you already have some thinking going on with your mind. So let's see what's the next step. But actually, we have a little surprise, I guess, at the end. But before that, we can make a brief wrap up. Now, for this part, you guys can see we just listed out a wrap up picture here. The core is the Yeastar P-Series PABX, of course. So that's the topic of today. So To make it more clear, we are just trying to use the P3PBX system to provide you more possibilities. Like Park Iwan has mentioned in the successful cases, a lot of cases, they are not just finished by one single PBX. Maybe it's associated with the gateway. Maybe it's the integration with the third-party platform like the hotel PMS or the IP phone and so on. But the key point is that no matter what kind of situation you need, Yeastar is always going to be the future-proof solution for your business. So Park Iwan, can you please also help us to make a brief wrap up of the the solution for today? And also I'm going to send out a poll at the same time to generate some feedback. All right, thank you.
Oke, sure. Ya, jadi rekan-rekan di sini ya. Jadi kalau misalkan tadi apa yang sudah kita bahas pada hari ini, mungkin sudah dijelaskan juga oleh Horis dan Wilber gitu ya. Nah, di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa kalau misal kita melihat dari sisi market ya, yang terus berkembang tentunya hingga saat ini, kita bisa melihat bahwa kebutuhan dari user itu terus berkembang ya, terus berkembang. Jadi tidak hanya mereka demanding dari segi mungkin fitur-fiturnya yang ada gitu ya, mau ini mau itu, butuh yang lain gitu ya. Nah, tapi kita juga harus melihat dari the whole solution. Jadi kalau misalnya tadi kita bicarakan ya, bahwa komunikasi ini sekarang sudah berkembang, tidak hanya komunikasi hanya just telepon gitu ya, dari satu telepon meja ke telepon meja yang lain, tapi sudah berkembang menjadi satu yang kita sebut dengan unified communication. Jadi komunikasi yang terintegrasi dan terunifikasi ya. Nah, di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa dari Yeastar sendiri itu memiliki sistem di mana fitur-fiturnya sudah bisa mencukupin ya semua kebutuhan customer. Bahkan tadi kita udah didemokan ya, kita banyak sekali fitur mulai dari call center, kita juga bisa melakukan komunikasi hingga melakukan video conference gitu ya. Bahkan tidak hanya untuk ruang lingkup kantor gitu ya, satu karyawan ke karyawan yang lain, tapi kita juga bisa menginvite third party ataupun customer kita, supplier kita, mungkin kita lagi ini ya, mungkin sama siapa gitu ya, pihak ketiga gitu. Nah, itu kita bisa berkomunikasi dengan juga pihak luar melalui sistem dari Yeastar yang ada ini. Dan juga Yeastar sendiri juga terintegrasi dengan berbagai sistem yang ada. Misalkan untuk handset ya, dari IP phone kita juga support berbagai macam brand, mulai dari Yealink dan brand-brand lain. Kita juga mensupport intercom system, misalkan contohnya dari HIK dan sebagainya. Kita juga tadi hotel PMS ya, hotel PMS kita ada hotel mulai dari brand luar ya, kita juga di lokal, kita ada dari contohnya ya, kita ada PHP, kita juga ada dari Power Pro, dan kita juga ada dari Inspiran juga yang sudah terintegrasi dengan Yeastar gitu, dan berbagai macam third-party application yang lain di luar dari PMS gitu ya. Dan CRM kita juga sudah ada CRM yang terintegrasi, tadi yang disebutkan kita mulai dari ada Zendesk, kemudian ada Sohu, kemudian ada HubSpot gitu ya, yang semuanya sudah fully integrated dengan Yeastar, jadi tinggal plug and play. Kan misalkan ada customer rekan-rekan sekalian yang mungkin memiliki atau sudah menggunakan gitu ya, misalnya sudah menggunakan Sohu, sudah menggunakan Salesforce. Nah, itu bisa kita retargeting kembali dengan Bapak apa nggak mau nih, misalkan bisa dari sistem Bapak CRM itu integrated dengan sistem komunikasi Bapak misalnya. Nah, itu karena apa? Dari Yeastar sudah mendukung untuk integrasi ke sana. Dan untuk ITSP ya, jadi dari telco provider jangan khawatir, Yeastar 100% kompatibel. Kita sudah sering sekali berkolaborasi dengan misalkan Telkom, Indosat gitu ya, dari Smartfren dan telco-telco yang lain itu mereka juga fully kompatibel dengan Yeastar pastinya. Dan yang pasti dari semua hal ini itu kita bisa melihat ya bahwa sekarang kita bisa menawarkan satu produk sistem komunikasi yang baru, yang kita nggak hanya tawarkan hanya berbasis hardware untuk mengkomunikasikan telepon ke telepon gitu ya, tapi sudah membuka benar-benar satu opportunity baru untuk customer itu bisa fully manfaatkan. Jadi bisa manfaatkan, bisa integrasikan, dan juga bisa mendapatkan hasil dengan lebih maksimal. Seperti tadi contohnya, mereka bisa menghubungkan semua cabang, menurunkan cost hingga ke zero gitu ya untuk komunikasi antar karyawan dan sebagainya. Jadi hal ini membuka satu peluang baru ya pastinya buat kita semua, dan saya berharap kita semua bisa terus maju sama-sama, dan jangan khawatir apabila mungkin rekan-rekan membutuhkan support dari kita, silakan menghubungi kita ya di Yeastar dan juga account manager dari rekan-rekan partner sekalian.